I gotta figure out if there's audio. I don't even have audio. What's going on? Oh, just voice meter crash. Okay, you have audio. Then I just need audio. Now I have audio, so we're good. It's currently 5:22 a.m. for me. There we go. So this trainer, they fight right at the stairs. It's kind of interesting because the trainer right there has all Pokemon that evolve in Gen 4. He had Misdreavus, Yanma, Duskull. The Dusclops evolves in Gen 4, but the Duskull was Shadow. Like, I can never, every time I face a trainer, I always wonder, is that like a spoiler for Gen 4, or is it just a weird coincidence? I can never quite tell. Okay. Could also, oh, my microphone's turned actually. There we go. It ends up turned a lot. By the cats rubbing against it and everything else. Yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. It's actually just a White Claw. God. The noise is so crusty. I've got to figure out why that's happening. I should ask in that one Discord. I forget which Discord it is. They split up all of the major Pokemon speedrunning Discords now, which I think is a bummer because it makes it a little less user-friendly for people who are just fans of Pokemon speedrunning in general. There's a lot of drama around it. Oh yeah, lots of drama. It was around the time there was a whole bunch of issues with it coming out about certain people in the community, in the Pokemon speedrunning community, having like rape accusations against them and stuff. You know, the usual stuff that's already out of the scope of the stream. But and so, since nobody in the community could really agree on what to do about it, they just decided to split all of the communities apart and then so that each community can do their own moderation and decide what they want to do about certain individuals. instead of having it be like the whole speedrunning community making decisions for everyone, which I get. But at the same time, I liked having just like one central place to hear about like all Pokemon speedruns, because to me that's interesting, just to get a variety of everything. And as somebody who doesn't speedrun, to figure out like, oh, maybe I want to speedrun this category without, you know, having to be in 10 different Discords, which I'm already in like 50, so... Maybe not 50, maybe that's an exaggeration, or maybe it's an undercount, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Who's out right now? I don't know. 29, 30. Oh my gosh, they both got knocked out. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67 Discord servers. I do not need to be in anymore. And a lot of those are in the folder of things I'm not going to leave because somebody will notice if I leave and ask me why I left, or I know I'm going to need to be in it at some point and then it's going to be annoying to have to rejoin again. Okay, I need to... Now I'm looking at what things I can actually leave. It's not time to look at that right now. 43. Yeah, that's still way too much. I hate how everything has to be its own server, and I hate how, like, communities will split up to get away from, like, certain people and then make their own server. And, I mean, we had this issue on Skype, too, being in, like, 16 million Skype calls because nobody can get along and decide to be in the same server together. But it's like... it's so annoying having to, like, look at which one is, like, okay, which is the one that one person is in? And which is the one where the other person is not in it? And why did I get pinged in this one and not that one? I'm having to keep track of, like, the social... Oh god, I knocked out that Ralts. Okay. Whoops. Like, oh, you don't say that... You don't mention that there's another server in this server. I'm not keeping track of that stuff. Okay, now I gotta heal again. Yeah, most of mine aren't. There's a few that are dupes, and I'm just like, come on, please. They're just all so specific for, like, very specific special interests. Ixal. Exal? Exol? His armor looks too small for him. Yeah, well, all of the names are like too short. Too acronymy. They're very easy to mix up. What the heck do I want to do here? Oh. Oh, well, I guess that's paralyzed. Ouch. I guess I didn't even need to bother with Thunder Wave. Alright, Thunder Shock. Probably Girafarig has a lower special defense. Actually, probably Loudred, now that I think about it. Yeah, Numel. Being Numel. Okay. So. Psychic? I really don't have any good types for either of these guys. This is why I kind of wanted to use Spinarak. Thinking of bringing Spinarak back. Ouch. I did not realize that Loudred would know Water Pulse. That's pretty rough. This battle is not going so great so far. I might have to run to Mount Battle for a bit. Get a few levels up. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Let's see, we have a double flinch chance here. Mawile. Well, it'd be great if Numel was still around, but Numel is not around. Also, I don't know where to get the Pokesnacks yet. I gotta figure that out. Whoops. Because I think I need more Pokesnacks too. But Duking is not in his house place. Rock Tomb, Mudslap. Neither of them are very good against Mawile. Actually, I think Mudslap is. I think Ground is super effective against Steel. I'm hoping I'm right about that. Ouch. Yep. Cool. Yeah, exactly, 1 HP. It's not going super great. Alright, I can use Bite. That's good. Now we can go for catching that Mawile. Nope, there's a Raichu still. Ouch. Teddiursa's the last one left.
Roosevelt?
Oh, the Teddiursa? Yeah, that'd be really cute. I think the Name Raider is just in, I think the Name Raider's in Agate. We can do that real quick. I think it's just in the same building as the nursery? I forgot the nursery was there. I could toss people in there. Actually, I think it's there in XD? I know it's there in Coliseum. It's a historical name, it's fine. Bite, and then I'm gonna go ahead and try and snag that Mawile. Nice. Nope. Oh, this sucks. This sucks a lot. I should have tried to yellow it, but yeah, that happened. Ooh, it missed. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go. No, because if I do that, the Raichu's just gonna knock me out. See? If the Raichu knocks me out, there's no point to catching the Mawile. I don't think you keep things that you caught. You might, actually. Yeah. Mawile fled somewhere? What do you mean? What do you mean Mawile fled somewhere? Is this a scripted loss? What? What? Was that a scripted loss? That really irritates me that I almost feel like just restarting just because of that. That's so irritating. Should I restart? Because I lost both the Ralts and the Mawile, which I'm now gonna have to get again. And oh god, that's so annoying. And now the sound's probably not gonna work again, but we'll see. If you get the crusty noises. Hold B at launch of the game, so you can force 480p. Huh? I didn't know that. There we go. Nice. That's awesome. Oh, it looks so much better on my other monitor, too. So much crispier. I wonder if there's a way to just keep it always doing that. There's probably an action replay code or something. Okay, I'm gonna quickly take care of my Pokemon because this is kind of tricky part. Sound? No sound? Ah, okay, 1 second. How about now? Oh, okay, interesting. All I did was activated and deactivated the source that time. Maybe that's all I need to actually do. Where do I get those Pokesnacks at? Is Duking maybe at the Coliseum? Maybe I have to go over there. And then maybe I can get the snacks from him. Maybe I need to check the spot monitor. I'm gonna check and see if he's maybe at the Coliseum. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Alrighty. Looks like I'll just have to wait to get more snacks. Did you get a Kirby for your GameCube? You need to use an HDMI to VGA converter. And convert its HDMI output back to VGA. That sounds horrible. There we go. Or just use a Kirby. There we go. I still want to know why they're called Name Rater. Like, why do they rate the names? Why are they not just Name Changer or something like that? Wish I could get more Great Balls. guess so. It's just really weird to always have to go to a name raider. I don't know. What do we got here? Oh, I did not want a nickname steal. Alright. Baller. Could name the Voltorb that. Got Makuhita. Here's the Voltorb. Vulpix and Duskull. I wonder if I should use Duskull instead of Numel. Although I do like that Numel is a ground type. That Makuhita, yeah, I know the flow's really bad. I need to move some things around. All of the flow is horrible. I just could have just shoved stuff in to have it there. But it's all horrible. I kind of want to use the Spinarak again. I could just bring some of these guys with me through the, You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna quickly figure out who I want to use in my party. So right now we got Vaporeon, definitely. Baltoy, I'm not really set on. Plus we have two ground types. We have Numel and we have Baltoy. Numel just dies to every water type attack that even barely touches him, but I feel like that might be okay. Flappy's good, has Heal Bell, I really like that. I kind of want to keep using Teddiursa, because I haven't actually used Teddiursa before. Flygon, well, Shroomish we've got, and kind of want to use Racy here. Maybe swap out Baltoy for Racy, but then we don't have a Psychic type. And we could go for... Heck, we could use Duskull. That might be kind of interesting, actually. Although I'm not sure how viable Duskull would actually be. Who would I replace Duskull with? That's the difficult part. Now imagine Duskull's moveset's probably going to be pretty awful, but this could probably just be a temporary thing. We don't have to keep using it forever. Also Makuhita. We could probably use Makuhita instead of Shroomish, but then we're down a grass type. I think I'm gonna stick with this for now. Let's just stick this here. Yeah, all the flows on these are awful. But as long as it does the job, actually I have one more Pokemon I can shove in there. I should take the Macho Brace off of him first. Does anything even purify if you have, like, almost zero flow? I don't even remember what happens. Maybe nothing happens. Oh, I do have Boki Snacks left. I didn't realize that. No. I always go to the healing machine instead of the PC. They both look the same to me. Oh, I have to move this guy into my party to take the item off. That is so annoying. Well, in that case, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab just all the things that I think I might actually use. So I'm gonna grab Vulpix. I'm gonna grab Makuhita. And I'm gonna grab, Duskull. Forgot my L trigger does not work. And I'm gonna make the flow in these better. Good enough. Actually, I can do even better. Oh, that's actually not much better. Well, either way. They look like cheese. Like cheese crackers. So that's what I kind of imagine they are. I thought I put Baltoy in the sets. I don't know why it's not in the sets. I can still do that actually from here. I just can't, I can't purify things from here, but I can put it in the sets. I'm pretty sure. Just shove it here. Area 3. It's kind of annoying that the new button is right above the continue button. It's very easy to hit new and then not be able to continue. I think it resets all your progress. I'm not 100% sure though. What the heck? Why is this Raichu level 27? That level gap is so high. I thought it would be lower than this. Oh, I shouldn't dig. It's paralyzed. That's not a good idea. Oh, I could have hit refresh. Wait, no, refresh is not heal bell. Heal bell is the one that heals other party members. Refresh only heals yourself. Let's do Nightshade. Yeah, this is not working out too great. I think I'm gonna keep doing it though. Let's see how badly I get squashed. Fall up. Now that's a good name. Fall up. It's like Philip, but ridiculous. Fall up. It's an absolutely horrible name, yes. It's kind of why I love it though. Ooh. 1 HP, wow. I might have a better chance just going against the trainers in Jubilife? Not Jubilife. Always looks like Jubilife. Pyrite. I always feel like those cities look really similar, so I always mix them up. It's a really cute animation. Yikes. I think it's just bad playtesting. I think that's all there is to it, really. Yeah, I mean, the pacing in Colosseum's way worse. And I think that's why that one guy, you're allowed to lose against him. But I didn't want to lose against him, I wanted to catch the darn Mawile. Let's see. What do we have at this point? This battle in a sandstorm feels really bizarre. Oh no, are you kidding me? I forget, I think you can call to get rid of confusion. I don't know if you can... Actually, I know you can call to get rid of, sleep, but I don't think you can call to get rid of confusion, now that I think about it. I know you can to wake somebody up. Let's see if I'm remembering this right. Yep. I don't know if it works for other status conditions, though. Oh my gosh, finally. That Togetic is gone. Headbutt, heck yeah. We don't need refresh. The headbutt is gonna make a big difference. He's not even a sailor, he's a navigator. Somehow makes his name even worse. Let's do... Okay, so we got Vaporeon... Okay, Flaffy, Phanpy. Let's bring out... Shermish. And... Dig. Be right back. Paralyzed. Thanks, Flygon. Well, this isn't going very well yet. Let's see. Ooh, Racing needs to be swapped. Too late. I think I'm just gonna need to begin swapping them right away. Flygon's pretty sturdy, though. Well, Shroomish, that is. You know what I mean. Why are they so hard set on knocking out Shroomish? Oh my goodness. Did that even do any damage? They must have really used Defense Curl a lot or something. Oh wow, that's hardly doing any damage at all. Maybe I should be attacking the other one. At least Shadow Wave is special too. So that helps. Yikes. Did not realize how above my level I would be here. I wonder what levels the Ouray Coliseum is. Let's see. In XD, the Ouray Coliseum is... can only be accessed after a fight against Egan after Greeble has been defeated. Oh, never mind. There we go. Almost there. The Thundershock did not do as much damage as I thought it would. Okay, so we got Makuhita still. I think this will be enough. Let's see. Ooh. Nice. Alright, what are we at here? 23? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it to 30, but we'll see. I have no idea what show 24 is. It always seemed like those shows that were somehow influenced by 9/11 always kind of fell really flat. Or that had to make changes to their plot due to it. Okay. Who am I going after here? Probably my Deanna. Nice. Block. What does that do again? It's just another mean look. Ouch. A tackle that did that much, that's not good. Luckily Nose Pass is just not that much of a threat, so we can just keep hitting on this Mighty Anna until it faints. Ooh, Arm Thrust. Is fighting super effective against Dark? I feel like it is. You might not be able to tell. Okay, good. Oof. Rock. Steel? Pure steel? I don't remember. Nice. What was his name? Narpal? Napal. Alright, Grass Rock. Should probably retreat again and go for Grass Rock. So fighting, no. Water, no. Grass, no. At least grass is resistant to both of those types. Oh great, this guy is in green. It's gonna be a long battle. Stun Spore might help. Mega Drain will be neutral damage. Headbutt will be not very effective, so it's going to be Mega Drain. Sun is still not quite up yet. I guess the sun's been going up around more 7 AM lately. Oh, I didn't realize I had acid. Almost there. There we go. The fluid move effects are so overdone, but they do look nice. You can tell they were like super cool at the time, so they wanted to use a bunch of them. Me either. I don't know how it works either. It's weird to me thinking of the GameCube as an early 3D console. Sweet. Vulpix finally has Ember. Ooh, one hit. That is awesome. I'm very quickly beginning to consider replacing Numel with Vulpix. But it was a 4-time super effective attack, so... Against a... I believe that's a physical tank, not a special tank. Seven. Metzen. At least Metzen sounds like a name. Corsola and Lanoon. They have 3 Pokemon. Oh, great. That's a KO. I kind of find it funny that, like, in Colosseum, they have a reason to, like... People have a reason to believe that Wes might snag their Pokemon. Because he worked for Snag'em in the past, and that was, like, a big plot point, was that he's actually not, like, this good guy, but he's, like, this reformed bad guy. But in XD, nobody really worries about the fact that Michael just has the ability to steal anybody's Pokemon. Like, this kid, if he wanted to, he could steal whatever Pokemon he wanted. Nobody really questions it. Four years, 5 years, something like that, yeah. Damn. I wonder if Duskull even gets any good moves. Oh my god, why are you regaining health? Okay. Duskull. Oh. Call. Trying to find what moves it gets when purified. I'm having a hard time finding that. Here's something. Do at least. Moves learned. I level up. Okay, Generation 3. Level up. Doesn't have a section for XD. Ah, that's fine. Okay. There goes Vaporeon leveling. Gosh, this Corsola is gonna be annoying to knock out. I don't think I'm gonna stick with Spinarak. Okay, hopefully, this guy does not use Refresh again. Or whatever it's called. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use Duskull. And I might stick with Spinarak, I'm not sure. I'm still figuring it out. Might just hang on to it for Pokemon that need something to use it against. Let's see, Ember. Okay, I'm gonna need to swap. And Signal Beam, Nightshade. I don't remember if Nightshade is your level or the opponent's level. Gosh, I don't remember. I'm just gonna swap with Vaporeon. What are we doing here? Can't remember if Masquerain is flying or bug. I think it actually is water bug and not water flying, even though it is in the air. Yeah, I think it has levitate as an ability. Not very effective. Oh. So is it flying bug? Now I'm curious. I'm gonna look it up. Masquerain type. It's bug flying. Okay, that makes sense. God, that's an annoying one. It's like it evolves from a water type, so you'd assume it would keep its water typing. Be right back. Oh, now the sun's coming up. Okay. Headbutt. Bite. Roast beef froze that I wanted to put on my sandwich. Oh well. Spot monitor is responding. Bummer I'm not going to get there in time. Alright. I assume it just gives you a lot of typing advantages? Okay, so Quagsire, I think, is the water absorbent. Celio is the thick bat. Yep. I know that's what he said. If I set up Flygon, it might... Hopefully it doesn't have any Ice-type moves yet. Darn it. This is now a sandwich making stream. The water gun does neutral damage. Oh, it has Aurora Beam. Oh my gosh. Wait, water absorb, right? Duh! I knew that. Oh, I'm totally losing this one. The water. It's like sweat drops, I think. Sweat? Well, on Discord, there's the sweat drops emote.
this is not going very well for us. Maybe I should have sent out Makuhita and bid on thrust against Celio. Now I have a chance to. Yeah, they are super adorable. In very similar ways. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a loss. One moment, gotta finish my sandwich making. Almost done. And oh. Ow. And done. Yeah, my foot has been my partner had like a pen nib on the ground and I stepped on it and it went pretty far on my foot, and so my foot's been kind of in pain since then. Had to bandage it up and stuff. It was not fun. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna check something. Ninetales, pretty good. Kind of tempted to just use Houndour. That means taking the charcoal off of this dude. I'm not gonna bother with Duskull. I'm not gonna bother with Vulpix, but I'll hang on to those guys. Alright, we're good. Where did I just put Houndour? Silly me. I never took it out of there. Okay. Now we're good. Give the charcoal to the Vaporeon. Nope. Almost tossing the charcoal is a good reminder to save. Alright, who do I want to put up first? We'll do that. Felbus. Fellas, but Felbus instead. Yeah, it's one spiky Kadabra model.
feel like Vigoroth is the bigger threat right now. So I want to go for the Vigoroth. Oh. They don't really recompile them, they usually just end up emulating them. It'd be nice in general to have Game Boy Advance games on, like, the Virtual Console on the Switch. Gosh, I don't know. Vigoroth's attack stat is rough. But also I know it's easy to go after this Flaffy, because it'll get knocked out easily. I feel like that was probably the wrong move to have made, though. Probably should have just focused on Vigoroth. Okay, let's not knock out the Ralts this time. It's a traced pickup. Wait. There we go. There goes Roosevelt. I'm trying to remember what the guy after this had. I remember nothing. Loudred, Girafarig, Shadow Mawile, and Raichu, that's right. That is why we wanted Spinarak. It's very useful against Girafarig. Oops, we need a status move. we go. Now we got a Stun Spore on it next turn. Hopefully. Or we got it without a Stun Spore, okay. No Stun Spore needed. I'll save after this. Nope, not items. I hate those dialogue boxes. It's like you have to hit yes first time, and then you have to scroll up to hit yes the next time. The poison effect, electric noise for the TV. I forgot to grab Spinnerack. Oh well. Houndour has faint attack, so that'll work. Alright, Girafarig down. Really, Miss Kitty? Is that so? Come on, then. Come on. Get up. Makuhita. Oh, wait, did I just attack Mawile? Well, now it doesn't matter because I got knocked out. Okay, that's not supposed to attack Mawile. That was supposed to attack Loudred. That's fine, though. It didn't do very much. Now I understand why I had so much difficulty here. Oh my gosh. We still have Raichu to deal with, too. Yeah. I'll have Loppy think one up. It's happening again. think so. I think so. I do have a Great Ball, so I can give it a shot. Well, alright. It is paralyzed, so we have that advantage. Oh. Oh, look at that. We're just fine. Okay, we need to consider catching as a valid battle strategy. That's right, we're taking no losses from this dude. Okay. And for some reason it's using Seismic Toss. I think we've got this. I'm not too worried about losing at this point. I don't want to lose, but... maybe I'll get a flinch? Oh, it's paralyzed. Great. And it's digging a hole. That was weird. It was, I'm paralyzed, so I'm much slower right now. It did, like, 1 or 2 damage. Yeah, it was hardly anything. Not sure if it's worth healing right now, if I should just go for it. I'm just gonna heal. That was actually really advantageous timing. Nice. Nice. That's right, we don't take losses around here. Oh, nice. Oh, 11 messages. Mach Punch. I have not found much use for False Swipe yet, actually. I've been mainly catching things at pretty high HP. So I'm considering getting rid of False Swipe for something I'm actually going to use well. Yeah, I don't like this Breloom model either. And I'm gonna get rid of it. There's a move relearner at, what's it called? Okay, Phoenix City. Trying to remember where the closest PC is. I believe it's going to be at the Coliseum, or we could go to Fennec, but there's no way to guarantee that I won't get stuck in cutscenes first. Got Ralts. Gonna stop by the shop. Oh my goodness, you're just purring and purring and purring. Yes, you are. Yeah, she's not close to the mic right now. There we go, got great balls. Grab some super potions too. Pokey snacks. I'll grab a few more. Well, so that just looks like a straight up weed plant back there. I'm gonna grab a few revives, why not? I've been afraid to go into the streaming room ever since he fell down a flight of stairs wearing a banana costume during the stream. Oh, poor kitty. Cats' balance is so weird when they're wearing costumes. Oh, it was T90 wearing the banana suit. Oh, okay. I assumed the cat got scared because it associated that with... Okay, I see now. Oh yeah, the battle CDs. She's not letting me come back. know why I went to talk to that random NPC. I forget where all these tunnels go to. Ooh, TMs. Snow and wind attack that may... Okay, powerful but needs recharging. Wall of light, negates all damage. Light screen, yes I want light screen. I want safeguard. Thunderbolt. Physical attacks. May burn the target. No, not Fire Blast. Thunder. This is Blizzard, I take it? Yeah. See, I just want the attacks that'll, like, the ones underneath that flamethrower and ice beam and stuff. Protect? Nah. What are you doing, cat? I wonder who I'm even going to use as a screen setter. Oh, I wanted to grab Reflect too, but I didn't for some reason. I think I could use Gardevoir as a screen setter. I think it just says that it can't learn it because it's still Shadow. Yeah, you could totally get stuck underneath those panels. Heck yeah, Battle Bingo. I'm gonna start right... Yeah... I'm gonna start right here. Battle Bingo. I have to remember how this works. It's been a long time since I've done this. Oh. It's been a long time since I've done this. Yeah, the panel select theme. I like both of the themes. I like the end battle theme too. It's very cheesy. Should have planned this out better. So we got one bingo so far. Which Pokemon should get the EP? Oh! 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 I understand now. The other thing that sucks is RNG can totally happen in these battles too. I just want more battle bingo. Okay. So then if we put Dragonair down here, we can knock out this fire type. And that gives us a second bingo line, which I think gives us another entry point for one of these Pokemon. Hey there, how's it going? Okay, so that's the second bingo. And I'm gonna give that to Chikorita. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna give that to Chikorita. But we can't do much with this because there's no way we can make another bingo with only one entry point. Do we have another Master Ball? No, there are no Master Balls left. Didn't think so. So I gotta figure out how I make the best use of this. I think those question mark panels can have items too. don't think they're just encounters. So I think that's what I needed to do, was use most of the... I think. I might be remembering wrong. Oh, that wasn't enough. Okay, let's try again. Let's try this one. Poison grass ground. Okay, I'm gonna start in the corner. Actually, I'm gonna see what this question mark panel is. Master Ball +1. Okay, yes, they can be items. Cool. Now I'm in a weird spot. So I'm gonna go for ground. And I'm gonna catch this one. You're right, why didn't I go for grass? Why did I go for ground? Well, I guess because ground is good against poison. But still, I'm gonna get a grass too. So, no worries. GD. I'm gonna catch this one too. Doesn't matter if I catch him with an Onyx. And then I'll knock out this poison type with this guy. Or should I catch this guy? That's the question. Knockout or catch? I'm gonna knock out first, and I'll catch the next one I come across. Okay. EP +2. Okay, so we're going poison, ground, ground, ground. Yes. So, poison. Question mark. EP +1. We have a lot of grass to go through, so I'm gonna give it to this guy. Ground. And then I'm gonna give the point to Nidorino. Give. Yes. I'm gonna give this next point to Tangela. Oh yeah, this is working out. They could make an entire Switch game out of this, like a virtual console, not virtual console, but like a, what is it? Mobile game sort of thing. Okay. Oh, I still have a Master Ball remaining. Huh. Well, I guess I can use that just in case something happens. Excuse me. Oh, it survived. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, I'm gonna get all these lines. Don't even need that extra Master Ball, actually. Kind of flexing by not using that Master Ball, to be honest. That Tangela model is very... It's something. It's not really a GPU issue, with as far as clipping goes. I think it just didn't have enough polygons to not clip. Yeah, clipping issues is more. It's more. It's more how much time you want to spend making everything perfect than anything else. Even with physics simulations, there's going to be clipping issues. And most weight painting, most models don't rely on physics, they rely on weight painting, which even then, with... Do you get extra points not spending the EP? I have no idea. Doesn't look like I do. Oh. Oh! You do get extra for EP and Master Balls. Interesting. Nifty. Spot monitor is responding. So I wasn't just flexing. Oasis. Ooh, an Ultra Ball. Nice. But generally speaking, very generally, the more polygons you have, the less likely something is to clip. That's definitely a generalization. It's a Munchlax. Looks like cake, actually. Next generation. Well, this cat is pure liquid right now. Okay. Let's see if I am allowed to go back to Fennec City yet. Yes, I am. Are my Pokemon healed? Yes, they are. Oh yeah, this is where everyone's suspiciously... Everyone's very suspicious. Pre-gym. Where all the pre goes. Hi, Manny. Where's the mayor? That's right. I knew there was like some sort of music player or something that was important here. But I don't remember why it's important. That's right, music disc. What a nice guy. What? I don't know why the music loops are so short in this game either. Yeah. I have a music disc, why can't I use it? Use. This item can't be used now. What do you mean? I'm right at the... Huh. Okay. Maybe I have to talk to her with the music disc in my inventory? There we go. There we go. Mayor's note. I'm starting to get tired, don't you think so, Miss Kitty? Oh, this cat. She is very... Yeah. Forget how prevalent that used to be in, like, so many games to have stuff like that. It seems like it was just like every game at the time had stuff like that, so it just like goes over my head when I see it. Ah! Poor Ralts. Good morning. What's still the same? Yeah. No, thank you. Zoomer is like 2000. I'm 95. I'm not even close to a Zoomer. Oh, that's for sure. Definitely hard identifying with millennials, for sure. I need to, like, shove a status effect on this dude. Quick attack. Yeah, that's better than tackle. Hey, Skull Miser. I'll give it one Ember, and hopefully I don't knock it out. Alright. Something with status effects. Gen 1. Yeah, I sure don't remember Clinton. Thunder Wave. That'll do the trick. Level 50 feels a little low. I could see like maybe a level 70 Beedrill. Alright, who am I gonna use? I'm gonna catch with Vaporeon. And then attack with Flappy. Here, I mean, I beat the Elite Four in Gen 1 with, like, level 40 Pokemon, mainly because I was abusing the Horn Drill thing. Yeah, Lorelei's AI was so busted. I think they fixed it up. I think they fixed that in yellow. And Psychic isn't strong against Bug. Psychic's strong against, Bug is strong against Psychic. Oh. Cat, you are shedding way too much. No, they didn't change the typing around. Bug's always been super effective against Psychic. Now I'm a nasty child. Alrighty. Yeah, Twin Needle was, what generation was Twin Needle? Was it Gen 1? my goodness, I have a whole bunch of messages again. Just, yeah, Jolteon getting Pin Missile was always fun. Rock Tomb. Oh, cat. I'm probably gonna stop streaming after this battle. I've been live for about 3 hours, so probably about time for me to lay down soon. Yeah, that's late for you. Yeah, almost 8 AM, that's for sure. I mean, I did already sleep though, my hours have been very odd. I need to catch that Pineco. Did I already paralyze it? I assume I already did. Yeah, it's already paralyzed. Cool, I can start. Yeah. Alright, well have a good day at work, Skull Miser. There's Pineco. Man, these Great Balls have just been catching everything. Thanks for gifting Skull Miser a sub, Flygon. Let's see. 19 gift subs. Dang, dude. Okay, I guess this Makuhita's ready to be purified here. Dang. Wonder what level it's gonna be once I purify it. What the heck am I missing? Got Pineco. Nice thing is that Pineco turns into, yeah, Makuhita can now be purified. And we've got somebody on the spot monitor, I'll check that out. As long as I don't get automatically tossed into a battle here. Finally figured out how to count themselves. Alright, time to check the spot monitor. Do 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 do. I need to check which one it is first. Because apparently we have multiples. Cave and rock. Or oasis and rock. We'll check rock first. Another Sandshrew. We already have Sandshrew, so I'm not gonna bother with this little guy unless we need it for the purification shape. Oops, excuse me. I think we might need him for the purification chamber, actually, so I'm gonna grab him. They are adorable. I like the ice-type Sandshrews, too. Okay. Ball. And now the oasis. Oh, it's just Munchlax again. If this keeps happening, I'm never gonna need more Pokesnacks. Alright, I'm gonna save here. And yeah. Thanks, y'all. Talk to y'all later. I'm gonna lay down for a bit. Goodbye.